You're about to experience Ultrasounds, an uplifting, soulful journey into the spheres of exotic electronic music, brought to you by DJ eLuv. Music for your mind, body, and soul. Every November, we dedicate this show towards animal appreciation. We get to speak to some wonderful individuals who are working with animals in alternative therapies. And tonight we are very, very lucky to be speaking with Dr. Darla Rewers, live from Seattle, Washington. And Dr. Rewers is a licensed veterinarian in Washington and California, and she actually does veterinary acupuncture and practices alternative therapies on domestic and exotic animals. She's the founder of Ancient Arts Holistic Veterinary Acupuncture Services in Fremont, Seattle, Washington, and she uses herbs and massage, acupuncture, and healing energy to create natural treatment plans for our animal friends. And she also teaches Qigong and art meditation to the humans to help them with their pets and their own well-being. Dr. Darla Rewers, welcome to the Ultrasounds Show.
Thank you, eLuv. Hello. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, sweetheart. And thank you so much for taking time out on this Thanksgiving evening out of your schedule to be with us and really share with us all the wonderful information that you have. And I know you have so much beautiful information to share with the listeners tonight. So thank you.
My honor. eLuv. Thank you.
As I mentioned a little bit earlier, you are practicing veterinary acupuncture. This is really cutting edge still in the field of acupuncture. Tell us a little bit about that and how the animals respond to acupuncture.
The animals generally get very relaxed with the acupuncture. It releases muscle spasms and it gets their natural pain relievers from within their own body released and serotonin. So they get very peaceful and it alleviates pain and stress. They generally enjoy it very much.
I was actually asked a little bit earlier tonight if animals are scared of needles.
I think sometimes they anticipate when the needles are going to be put in because it does move chi or energy very strongly. Sometimes I think their people are more afraid of the needles. And so sometimes I think they sense the owner's hesitation, but it tends to be worthwhile. Once they have the needles in, then they settle right down.
I've seen video of you actually doing acupuncture on animals, and it's very interesting watching them totally relax when they get the needles in, and they don't seem scared to me at all.
No, most of them are fine. In fact, many people tell me that when they tell their dog or cat that they're going to come see Dr. Darla, they actually will be excited and they want to come in the front door of the clinic, unlike a lot of other vet clinics that might smell really scary.
Now, you in your clinic have a animal friend who is a healer doggy. Tell us a little bit about your animal friend.
Yeah, my dog Sophie is almost 16. Her birthday is in a month. She's been with me a long time, and she loves checking on all the patients. So she's very good with making sure that they know where to go. So sometimes she actually leads them into their exam room, and then she goes in and they follow her, and she turns around and comes right back out. And she likes to peek her head in and check on me when I'm working with the patient. If she can, she will do that. And, you know, anytime there's a sad case, she likes to comfort the people too. So she'll sit with them and spend time with them.
It's so amazing that each individual animal has a job. And when they know what their job is, they do it so beautifully.
Right. We all need to be able to know our purpose, and that is inclusive of animals too. So some people might not think of that, but especially when we're talking about high-energy dogs who are used to herding or tracking scents, they need to be able to exercise a lot. They need a job. So even if we're not using them for, like the breed might have been raised for, it's still important to give them some sort of a job, whatever it is. My sister's dog will recycle for them. If they give her a plastic bottle, she will go and put it in the recycling bin.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how would you recommend people to figure out what the job is? Is it that the animal tells you, shows you signs? How does that process work?
Well, I think most of our companion animals serve a very important role of providing company for us. And a lot of them are almost like a biofeedback unit for us, because they really do mirror what our moods and energy is like, how we are being at any given moment. So if we're tense or being impatient, they tend to get anxious as well, or more restless and pants more, or not as relaxed. So that's a good job for any of them, because it's very simple, and just by reflecting and observing them, we can help them to help us be more aware. And then certain individuals will have a certain proclivity for doing certain tasks. Some dogs really love to carry things for us. You know, they like to carry their own leash when they go for a walk, or they may even carry a backpack. My dog has alerted me when I've been burning things on the stove, or if there's a mouse in the house, you know, she's let me know. So there are all sorts of things. So being aware and observing will help you to figure that out.
It's really a wonderful manifestation when you see all the different kinds of jobs.
Right. Well, they are active participants in our life. They serve a very unique role in that, you know, they're our confidant and our best friends, and they don't care if we've combed our hair yet in the morning or not. They are just always unconditionally loving.
You touched on a very powerful and potent area there with unconditional love. It teaches us to emanate that, and they don't seem to have the judgment issues that we have. They don't have all those things going on that we have.
Right. I think they're very present in the moment, and they sense people's true nature. So they definitely sense your intention, and they've actually done experiments on that. Dogs know when their people are coming home. And they changed all sorts of variables, like different car keys, and parked down the road and came home at different times. And what they found was when the people had the intention of, I'm coming home now, that's when the dogs responded. So there is this connection that defies time and space as we know it.
Now, this is an interesting concept also in the avenue of healing.
Right.
Because you do different types of healing, from traditional veterinary procedures, acupuncture, herbs, massage, Reiki healing, Qigong. The list goes on. How are you finding your people, as they come in, are accepting these modalities? Is it becoming more commonplace in the area of veterinary medicine?
Yes, it is definitely increasing both in awareness and availability, especially in larger cities. And anywhere that there are a lot of human acupuncturists, there tend to be more acupuncturists for animals as well. Same with energy workers and chiropractors. So just increased awareness in general. I think most people are becoming more proactive for their own health as far as looking into nutrition and supplements that they can use to augment whatever their regular medical treatments are doing beyond that. And so they're looking for the same sorts of options for their pets too.
Which is amazing, the work that you're doing and blending all these different modalities so that you can actually do different things at different times according to the needs of the animal companion. You mentioned something a little bit earlier about stress. Let's speak about when the human is stressed. What kind of impact does this have on their health, for example, or even on the healing process of our animal friends?
Anytime we are stressed, our bodies are not taking care of maintenance and repair the way that they should be. And so inflammation and mutations can happen without the normal cleanup that would normally be happening. So it's very important to have quiet rest and to take care of yourself for people and animals. And so there are lifestyle choices. If we tend to take the time to take care of ourselves and slow down and rest, we're allowing that repair to happen in our own bodies, and we're also more likely to allow that time and space for our pets too. And our pets also respond to the energy that we carry around us. You know, I think people are aware of this too, but sometimes we ignore these things. But anyone, you don't have to be intuitive. You know, I think anyone, if you walk into a room where there's been heavy arguing, you can feel it. So there's something tangible there that we may not be able to see, but it's there, and the animals are extremely sensitive to that. And, you know, their sense of smell is very strong, too. So they're picking up on pheromones and smells that we may not register, but they can. So if we're stressed and we're secreting cortisol and stress hormones, likely they're picking up on those things.
It's pretty amazing how sensitive they are.
Indeed, good to remember that when we're choosing, fragrances or chemicals that we're choosing to use in our home, where our animals are in contact with our carpets and upholstery all the time. They have to absorb that through their skin or groom it off of their fur. So it's good to be aware of those things.
Totally. And when the animal is stressed, say, because of the human, people say, oh, well, how can my animal be stressed because it's lying around all day, sitting in the sun, sleeping?
Right. They don't have to drive to work through traffic.
Right. So this is a vibrational kind of stress that you're speaking of, where they pick it up vibrationally.
Right. And there's different types of stress as well for the animals. So if they don't have access to go outside to exercise or relieve themselves when they need to, that's stressful. If they can't groom appropriately, or if they have, messy litter pans, that's stressful. If the house is too crowded or noisy, or if they don't have enough socialization with, friends of their own kind, those things can be stressful. So there's a lot of things you can do just to help alleviate that stress, just by simply providing those basics for them of grooming and exercise and opportunities to have, peaceful chance to go to the bathroom. Those things are quite simple. Sometimes in our busy lives, we overlook these things.
I was thinking about that as you said that. It's so easy to forget these fundamental things, keeping a place clean and harmonious for ourselves and our animal friends. It makes such a difference in the world. In the big scheme of things, if we're taking care of ourselves, our animal friends will be more likely to benefit from that. And you were speaking about stress with humans, and you had mentioned that you give your human clients meditation. Tell us a little bit about this process that you take them through.
Right. I send home a grounding exercise for people and their pets. So this is something that the people do, but it helps their pet. So they do that with their pet. So you don't actually have to even be touching your pet, although it's nice, you can. It's a great way to bond with your pet and to have quiet time, so that if you're going to start massaging them, you have a chance to tune into them and they get a chance to tune into you, and both of you can calm your energy so that healing can take place. And you have these tools then to be working with your own animal in the comfort of your own home.
You are very big on giving both the animals and humans tools. This is very unique to your practice, I would say. I've never gone to a veterinarian where they've given me a grounding meditation or really spoken to me about what's going on in my life, So this is a wonderful, wonderful way that you have really involved and bring to the table that as humans, we are more responsible for our own well-being, that we become more responsible and take ownership of that, and that perhaps in the mix of things, that the way that we are is influencing our animal friends. So we may take responsibility for that too.
Right. I like to empower people so that when they don't know what else to do, or maybe there aren't a lot of medical techniques we can do in certain situations, for example, end-of-life care, hospice, but if we can empower the people to just be very present with their pet, then they can think more calmly and be heart-centered and love and appreciate the time that they do have with their pet. So in between treatments, when something is treatable, it gives them just more opportunity to really be mindful and to notice things. Whenever you slow down, it's much more easy to notice subtle changes in your pet. So changes in weight, or how their coat looks, or how they're being, how much they're panting, or how calm they seem. All these little things can be indicators of their overall condition. So taking the time to slow down and notice these things can really help to catch things early.
And it's holistic. It's treating every aspect of our animal friend's life, which includes us.
Yes.
So will you take us through this special grounding meditation? Is there anything you would like people to do before we all begin?
Oh, just to be comfortable and relaxed.
Nice.
And I would like to first just define what I mean by the word grounding. So this is different from when you were young and you did something naughty to get in trouble and your parents sent you to your room or took away your TV or your phone privileges. That's not the kind of being grounded that I mean.
Okay.
This grounding is about being very mindful and bringing more awareness to your mind and your body so that you can be very comfortable in your skin and in your environment and notice how you're being and what you may need. So that's what I mean by grounding. And this exercise is a little tool to help you to be able to do that.
Nice.
So this is a grounding exercise for you and your pet. It also works, so even if you don't have a pet. So with the density of our modern neighborhoods and constant drone of noise and traffic, it's important to ground and to help our animals to do the same. Grounding is a sort of meditation practice in which we get very calm and focused on our connection with the earth. This is an opportunity to allow stress and anxiety or busyness to transform and let peace and stillness have more influence on our bodies and minds instead. Imagine a tall, beautiful tree that you appreciate. Feel your appreciation for the tree at your heart center. Observe the solidarity with which the trunk grows straight and tall. See how it sways gently in even the strongest windstorms. It is this flexibility that empowers its strength. Use this imagery to elongate your own spine while relaxing your shoulders and pelvis. Encourage your dog or cat gently to sit and relax beside you. Think of the root system of the tree that digs deep into the soil. This gives strength and nutrients to the tree. Imagine your own connection to deep within the earth, emanating from your waist and connecting your legs and your body solidly with the ground. Keep this connection even as you begin to move again. The roots are key to grounding and keeping you solid. This is also a beautiful channel for releasing all that is no longer serving you, like worry, doubt, guilt, or fear, into the earth for loving recycling. After letting go of those things that you do not need, imagine sustenance coming up through your legs from the earth into your body, like water and minerals from the soil. Imagine the same around your animal friend. Next, extend your arms over your head, stretching your spine and shoulders fully. Imagine the branches of trees and how all the leaves collect sunlight for energy. Breathe deeply in a healthy exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. The more rooted you are, the taller you can reach without being knocked off your center, just like the tree. Observe how your dog or cat reacts to seeing you do this practice. Anytime you feel like either of you need more grounding, go back to the root part of the meditation. Breathe deeply throughout. Place your hand gently over the sacrum or tail end of the spine on your dog or cat. This gentle intention can help ground your pet, helping them to ease anxiety and ground. They are less likely to be reactive or take on stress for you if you are conscientious about the way you process stress. This grounding exercise is a tool to help you become more aware of such influences. Enjoy, trust, and have fun.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm laughing because I did the whole thing and I'm feeling amazing.
Good. It's very simple, you know.
Gorgeous.
It's so easy and anyone can do it. It doesn't cost a dime.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, and you can do it for just a couple minutes, or you could do it for 45 minutes. Or I love doing this in the woods while I'm walking, and if you keep that imagery of your roots really being connected in the soil while you're moving, it really helps you to be able to move that centeredness into every aspect of your waking life, so that, you know, it's easy to meditate when no one's pushing your buttons or when you're not having to multitask.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can stay centered amidst all the hecticness of your day, it just makes everything flow so much easier.
I believe that the more you do it, the more your body gets used to that rather than the stress. We gravitate to what we do the most of. You do phone consultations as well, even though you're in Seattle, Washington. If they're in the Florida area, you can do a consultation on the phone and recommend them perhaps to people in this area. You're very familiar because you have worked in the Tampa Bay area for many years.
I can be reached at www.ancientartsvet.com.
Thank you so much for joining us. We've been speaking with Dr. Darla Rewers live from Seattle, Washington. Much love, many blessings. Once again, ancientartsvet.com is Dr. Rewers' website, and we look forward to having you on again next year.
Thank you, eLuv. Happy Thanksgiving. Gratitude to you and everything you do, and the beautiful music you share with everyone.
Thank you, sweetheart. Many blessings, and likewise. Thank you for the beautiful meditation and all of the work you do to help both our animal friends and our human friends. Many, many blessings.
Thank you.
Peace and love.
You've been listening to Ultrasounds with DJ eLuv. Peace and love until next week.